Hello, and welcome back to the shop. Today we are starting our pouring process, and the first part of that is to seal up the edges. So you see we've got our nice live edge here, and we need to put epoxy on all of the live edges, and really I'm going to coat almost the entire thing because we want to prevent bubbles from coming to the surface when we do our main pour of epoxy. So bubbles get trapped under there or in the wood, or air gets trapped in the wood and they'll come out, come to the surface. But if we seal it off, that won't happen. So that's what we're doing right now. I've mixed up a small batch of epoxy here, and we're going to go ahead and start sealing this up. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. It's cold outside. It's gives me the sniffles a little bit. Also gonna seal up these cracks really good, nicely. Get some epoxy in those cracks. There you go. My edge is nice, sealed up. It's pretty. It's neat to see it when the epoxy goes on because it starts really changing color. Welcome back. We are going to pour some epoxy. We've got the edges sealed up and they're ready for the first layer. So we're going to do the dark layer, and still not sure whether we're doing one or two colors yet. It depends on if I have enough mica powder to go far enough for all of it. I may have to do two different colors together, so it might be neat to do that anyway. So here we go. This is the epoxy that I'm using. Do 32 ounces of this. We are clearing up. Well, here we are, and I realized that I had plenty of my uh, mica powder to dye the whole batch, so I didn't have to split it into two. I was able to keep it in one tub, and once I got it in there and mixed it up, I did have some air bubbles in it just from the transfer, so I decided to degas it again um, with the colors there, just to see how that works. Because again, this is all kind of a learning exercise, and it looks just fine. So we're getting ready to go out and do the final pour. So here we are, ready to pour the dark layer. Got it all mixed up, ready to go. We've got our weights on the board. If you don't do this, they'll float up when you put the liquid in. The only thing I'm a little hesitant because I've got the weight on this side. In the middle, it was kind of hanging over. And maybe we can do, oh yeah, there we go. Problem solved. So here we go. We're gonna pour as carefully as we can to keep air bubbles out. There we go. Um, Now we're going to get our dust cover and cover it up. But at this point, I think we're done. In about 6 hours, I'm going to come out and make the patterns. We have to wait until this sets up enough so that the patterns in the epoxy stick. Otherwise, they'll just kind of wash away right now. Once it's pretty firm, not quite cured, almost cured, we want to do the patterning. So we'll see you then. So it's been a really interesting 24 hours. I've been trying to create swirls in the epoxy. I'm using mica powder to create this nice metallic effect. The clear will ultimately go on top of that, but I'm trying to create this metallic effect, and you're supposed to create swirls in that epoxy. Well, to get those swirls to stay, that epoxy needs to gel to a certain point and become somewhat firm. I read that it would take 3 to 6 hours. We're now at 24 hours later, and it finally took. So it's been quite a while, but I got it to take, and we'll show you what it looks like here. I don't love the pattern that I ended up with. I feel like it could be better, but it's past the point of no return. So next time, we'll try some different creative effects. Now I know when to start. I've learned a lot from the process. But I mean, it looks good. It's just not absolutely perfect in my opinion. There are some air bubbles there on the surface. Those will go away. We will sand those out when this dries. So the next time you see me, we will be sanding this, pouring clear, but that's going to be a couple days. So until then.